1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Alicia. Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we're playing Nancy Drew the Silent Spy Pre-Order Edition. Let me tell you the difference between Pre-Order Edition and the regular game. So the difference between Pre-Order Edition and the regular game, well, Her Interactive likes to make things just a little bit complicated. They do not label their special games with the pre-orders. And you can only get the special games by pre-ordering the games before it's available. Oi! I mean, I'm glad that's a thing, but at the same time, it's unfortunate for those who want to get it after the release of the game. Because once the game is released publicly, it is impossible to get the special edition. I mean, I'm sure you could try to get it from someone who works within Her Interactive, but I don't know if that will work. That is my assumption. Do not take my word for that. Anywho, the difference is basically dependent if Nancy has a cell phone in the game. And in Silent Spy, she does have a cell phone. I actually will be doing a review time of this game, but I will do that in the outro, not here, because that will take a super long time. Anyway, the difference is basically in the cell phone and partly in the awards, because you get phone charms and that helps out with the achievements as well. You get a phone charm achievement once you get all 7 phone charms, and in this game the little symbol for it is Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. So cute. And there's actually 2 features of the game which have been added in Ghost of Thornton Hall, the previous game, number 28 if I'm correct. And I'm just pointing these 2 new features out just because they kind of pertain to, well, just this one actually, the spoiler-free achievement. The only one new feature pertains to an achievement, which here is the spoiler-free achievement. This refers to the hint system that they added in the game, and I will point that out once we get in the game. The other new feature, which I super like, there's also outtakes. It varies on those outtakes. I'm not going to tell the difference between those because it's complicated. But the other new feature is the fast convo. I will only turn this on just for a little bit because it is best to explain this by showing it in the game. Same thing with the hint system. And like I said, the difference between regular edition and the special edition is the phone. Basically, you get mini games on the phone, you get random text from Ned Nickerson, which is Nancy's boyfriend, or what I like to call romantic friend, because in the book series, the relationship title changes every binding, and if not, every other book. It's one of my pet peeves, and I believe that might actually be it. I do know that sometimes there are side stories with Nancy's phone friends, and if not phone friends, it's with her actual friends within the game. It's either Bess and George, who are cousins, or her detective friends, Frank and Joe Hardy, who are brothers. They also have their own book series, Hardy Brothers, and I believe that's it. Sometimes Ned Nickerson is one of her phone friends, and other times, Ned Nickerson is actually paired off with one of Nancy's friends, either Bess, George, Frank, or Joe. It's actually pretty funny when that happens, because the side story is hilarious. Oi! By the way, before we get into the game, I do want to mention, if anything in this video does not look familiar, it is because you have not been keeping up. Please, please, please check the description box below. There's the previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have everything that I've done so far with Nancy Drew the Silent Spy. One more thing I forgot to mention, because every single Nancy Drew, except for maybe like the first 5 games, there's 2 profiles that you can choose from, Amateur Sleuth and Master Sleuth. With Amateur, you get regular puzzles, hints available, detailed task list, which I super love. I'm going to stick with that till the end of the game collection, including Midnight in Salem, that is coming out this year, which I am super excited about. And there's also Master Sleuth, which is more challenging puzzles, no hints, basic task list. But in my opinion, basic task list is basically no task list whatsoever. So you basically got to know what you are doing and what to do next, even when you take a break from the game. Oi! That is not something I can do, because my brain is dumb. But I will try to attempt that once I get all the games done and up on the channel. Wish me luck. And that should be it. I do want to mention one thing. I know I keep bouncing around, but today we are going to finish the game. This is the last video of Silent Spy for good. Because seriously, this is the end of the month. This is the last Sunday of the month. The last upload day, I should say, of the videos. I figured since it's the last upload day, why not be the last day of Silent Spy? Because seriously, I am tired of giving all these warnings of this game. That brings up my next thing, because seriously, Nancy Drew the Silent Spy is not the best game to play for, I guess, of all ages. I honestly don't know why Her Interactive chose this path for the plot as well as the relationship between Nancy and her father. I wish they hadn't. I know I keep bringing this up and it's not good criticism to mention because I keep picking at it. It's just, it really bothers me. I've stated before, this is my least favorite game of the Nancy Drew series. Like I said, like the relationship between Nancy and her father is not healthy, is not something to repeat. And I advise you, if your relationship is anything like theirs, please do something about it. Go to a therapist or at least talk with the person you're having the problems with. Of course, this is my opinion, not a pay professional's, so don't take my word for anything, but I do suggest, you know, at least consider that you are in a serious situation where you need to heal the relationship. This game is not for everyone, obviously. It's not for the faint of hearts. There are some dangerous situations, scenarios, conversations that are not suitable for any age really, because it is not only psychologically damaging, it can also ruin the psyche, ruin your childhood as well as adulthood. You'll see what I mean since we are finishing the game today. So let's go ahead and get into the game. I believe we were opening the cylinder. No, we opened the cylinder. And we were calling it Ned about it, if I remember correctly.
Nancy, what's up?
Oh, no we're not.
Talk to you later.
Oh.
Thanks, bye.
And there's that. The yellow arrows is part of the fast convo feature that I mentioned. See, those yellow lines are basically something that can help you to skip conversations. The dialogue that the person or Nancy are talking, you can actually click on those double yellow lines. That is if it's bright enough, and it can skip whatever they're saying. And you can do that to either just move forward in the story or just do the gaming portion instead of the story. If you'd rather do a speed run, or if you just want to do the gaming portion and you're bored or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because I know I can goof on accident. And the hint system, as far as you're concerned, are these question marks. I'm not going to click on it because it will ruin the spoiler-free achievement that I'm trying to do. So let's actually go through this. The hint system, if you click on this, it will actually give you a hint as to how to finish each task. And it's actually pretty helpful.
Haven't done that.
Oh, we only got one done. So we need to find the missing ace, rearrange the cards. I thought we already did that. And then get help finding sheet music. Got it. As far as the mini games, they're all from previous Nancy Drew games. Double Take, Warnings of Beverly Academy, Renograms. This is actually a real game outside of the Nancy Drew verse. A lot of people actually really like it, and some don't. Renograms is used in Trail of the Twister as well as Shadow at the Water's Edge. Land Rush is Trail of the Twister, Alibi, and Ashes. Escape is Captive Curse. Aggregation, that's Deadly Device. And Color Block, this is actually used in multiple games. I think it might be more than 2. As far as I'm aware, it is used in Deadly Device as well as Captive Curse. I'm sure there's more than 2 games that it's used in, but I cannot recall right now. And these Easter eggs that I have right here, these can be used as train tickets, but I think these are like a last resort kind of thing, because right now we only have 8 train passes and we have yet to use these. So we have opened this and it says music themes reveal ace. So my thinking is that we need to go to Moira and Bearsden. So let's go see her. I remember we talked to our dad. He said he was gonna play it on the piano at home and send it to us. Got it. Okay, so we need to go to our hotel room and see if it's on our door. Let's see. So I just wasted a train pass. Frick. Okay. Yes.
The sheet music from Dad. This should help.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Wow, that was terrible. I may not have what it takes to be a cat burglar. I'm more of a dog walker. That I can handle. Yeah, this is part of the special edition as well. Random texts from Ned. Yeah, they're weird sometimes. Alrighty. We did already go through that. Sheet music. Took some trial and error, but I was able to recreate your mother's song. I've noted the sections she said represent each of us. Be careful over there, love, Dad. Okay, so I'm thinking we actually use these at Moira's place.
Hi.
Whoops, did not mean to click on you.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Bye! And Alec is gone because we gave him something and he freaked out and was like, hey, have this, which is basically his confession of what happened to his sister. Oi. We are going over here. Yes, awesome. Okay, so we need to get these into notes. Alright, so I guess it would be Nancy first, then Carson, then Kate. Alright, so let's go through the notes. Need to put down the 5 lines of done, 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 done. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a line through that just to remind us of what direction to go. And I am doing this now so that I don't have to go back and forth with the... Which book is it? The Bagpipe Codex? Yeah. Alright, and Carson is the second line up. So 1, 2, and then in the middle of the bottom 2, below the first line, and then is that on or below the lower line? And then the second line again, between the 2 lines, below the line, underneath the line again, and then 2 lines underneath the original. And let's do a line to remind us of what direction to go. I'm going to number these because I know I'm going to lose track. And then last but not least, this is between the line, between the first 2 lines at the bottom, and we do that 3 times. And then the next one is on the second line from the bottom, and we do that 4 times. Alright. Yeah, and see that there's 3 green things. Yeah, we definitely need to put in all 3. Okay, so the notes for these: Bagpipe Codex. All right, and oh right, I almost forgot to pay attention to that. Okay, so Nancy is the treble clef, or sorry, is the... I think that's the treble clef. I'm just going to say the and symbol because that'll be easier for me to remember. Her dad is treble, but her mom is the other one. Got it. Okay. I almost forgot about that. Nope, not that one. Bagpipe Codex. Got it. Okay. So let's do her mom's notes first. Because that was the only one with this symbol here. And it was between the two lines, so that is going to be A. And then on the second line, and that is going to be B. Got it. And now let's do Nancy. So it's on the line, so that's going to be E. And we already have another of that in there somewhere, so we're going to mark that. And then in between, it's going to be F. Then the next line, G, G, F, E, F, E. And below that is D, E. Alright, and now her dad, it would be G, F. Below the line would be D, B, G, F, D, B, A. Alright, let's see if that is correct. So, E, F, G, G, F, E, F, E, D, E. Alright, and now G, F, D, B, G, F, D, B, A. Alright. Oh, I forgot about these lower things. Gosh dang it. Okay. I completely missed that. So that is going to be D and E. Alright, let's try that again. So that is going to be D, 1, 2, 3, E, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's the ace!
The missing card. Need to get this one soaking and added to the rest.
Definitely. Alright, what did you text me? Look out, I'm sending some Ned love your way. Seriously though, look out, it's fast. Cute. Alrighty dighty, let's soak this ace and add it to the formula. And crazy stuff is going to be happening after that.
Aces. Add this to the rest.
Yep. Boom, boom, boop.
This is the formula for the biological bomb agent my mom was hiding. I can't let this fall into the wrong hands.
Got that freaking right. Alrighty dighty. Dang it, woman.
Hey, my deck of cards. Give that back.
This isn't yours. It belongs to the government.
Does not belong to the government.
You can't just come in and take whatever you want and... What's that?
Sit down if you don't want to wake up with a concussion.
I haven't practiced. I'm not ready.
Life doesn't wait for you to be ready.
I keep screwing up.
Join the club. All right, let's try again. Come on, once more, huh?
I'm never going to be as good as you.
No, you're going to be better.
Go home, Nancy Drew.
Hide. No.
Just leave them. Run!
That's not matching. Why is that not matching?
Hey, look who's up. I didn't want to wake you. You seemed so peaceful.
Where are we?
Dumpster.
I think this is a trash compactor. And it's compacting.
Sure. Why not?
You seem a little casual.
I spent the last 10 minutes trying to wake you up. Wore me out a little. You're gonna have some bruises. I undid one of the locks. Then my leg got trapped. You need to do the other lock.
Yeah, go figure.
Looks like the release is trapped behind the levers. I'll need to get it out. I think I can do this.
Not reassuring. All right, well, I'm gonna do my best to enjoy the time I have left. It'll be brief, painful, and full of garbage, but that's life, isn't it? And that's the metaphor I'm riding into the grave. The much smaller and flatter than average grave.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
just no way I'm spending my last moments on Earth with you.
How do you think I feel? You're you,
What's your deal, huh? I just want to help.
and you're nothing but a problem. You can't help, Nancy. You're out of your league.
So?
So,
Yeah, so what if I am? I always am. It never stopped me before.
it's dark. Imagine I'm making a thoughtful face.
Father. These two, I'm telling you. There we go, okay. There we go, got it.
Got it. Let's get out of here. What are you going to do now?
Nothing. We, on the other hand, have our work cut out for ourselves.
What's next?
So, any bright ideas?
I've been tracking everyone else, but Ewan has taken my computer tap offline. Maybe it's time for me to go confront him.
Wait, no.
If you have any better ideas?
Go see what you can find out from Ewan.
Great, I can use these to tap his computer again.
Let's go crack some skulls.
I don't do that.
Me either, just let me say it.
Okay, go ahead.
Moment's gone.
I love Zoe. Or rather, Samantha Quick. The men from earlier came back. I need to stay on the move. I'm following a strong lead. Stay alert. I'm looking out for you. Booyah! Thank you, Moira. So we need to re-tap Ewan's computer. So I never did explain that puzzle that we were doing. So
Hi.
Right about now, that whole bag and drag thing you threatened me with would come in handy for Ewan.
That was just some EMTs I slipped some cash. There's no plane. I really do work alone. You would have woken up feeling groggy in a hospital bed, but otherwise, fine. If you didn't end up just fighting them off, which you would have. Glad you listened to reason.
Reason, meaning threats?
Reason meaning threats.
You wouldn't still happen to have the formula, would you?
No!
Right. I was afraid of that. Talk to you later.
well,
Goodbye.
that sucks. And I have a sneaking suspicion I know who has it. Because who's left on our suspect list? Ewan. So frustrating.
All right. Just like the first time.
Yep, but a little more complicated. Give me them spy glasses. And I do have the strategy guide on hand if I get confused with this, because I know I will. Bum, 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 bum.
All right. What's he really up to?
Yeah. So now we go to La Clemande. But that puzzle we went through in the trash compactor, that was basically what is it called? Road Rush? I have a picture of it in my computer, so I'll be able to show you what it's called. It's actually one of my favorite games because it keeps your brain active.
Somewhere, Ewan's got a special coin. I think I might need to borrow it for a while.
Cathedral audio process. I'm sorry, what? Tone match on outgoing call translates to 020-7946-0837. Appears to be the number of the project scientist formerly in charge of Colony 1. Currently know only passphrase caretakers, no context given. Past may send scientists into hiding or bring him in. Critical. Need scientists to confirm which batch matches the vaccines. Scientist has fled. Documents left behind on unencrypted drive. OS pass, a joke. R10 has match confirmed. Formula batch 7 matches vaccines. All scientists' accounts seized. Not worth pursuit. Kestrel remains. No further leverage needed from Fel. Feeding the American tips that will lead to Fel. She knows why, but let that keep them busy until the chills kick in. Release will hit on schedule. I left behind the key as instructed. In my case, it's a coin with a two-toned animal. Locker 42. I don't see why you need the insurance at this point, but I'll play along. Two-toned animal. Okay. So that clearly means we go through the coin collection that he has in the base. I am hearing thunder outside my window. Either that or there are construction people going on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. It was this. I mean, Nancy will automatically pick it up. Oh, and I picked it up. Oh wait, no, that's not the coin. No. No. No.
This must be the right coin.
Yeah. Nancy said something, which usually means that is the right thing to do. Alright, so now we go to locker 42. Do 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 do. Locker 42. Whoa. Oh, this is sweet. This must be part of the original train station. Ooh, the letter R. This must be Revenant's base. You have attracted our attention. Your assumptions are correct. Carry on. Interesting. Who are these people? Codename Jumper, can scream the loudest, able to communicate with water. Natural enemy, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and transpiration. Current operation, Operation Ruin Baseball. Double take, has perfect recall, Echoes. Roll doubles. Codename Unflappable. Really fast, knows over 6 million words. Natural enemy, heavy shoes. Operation Dance Now. Oh, that's priceless. Those are actually real people. Winners of contests, actually. Her interactive contests. And usually those winners are presented in the next Nancy Drew game. It's really cool. I've yet to win a contest, so I really want that to happen. Miss Drew, your mother is alive. Nancy, you're missing if you choose to accept it. Oh, snap! Storage facility has been found. Biobombs defused. All known sources of biological agents scrubbed. Lead scientist is in pocket. Following a complete eradication of the formula, I will deliver him to protect custody. Oh. Harrier. Harrier! Wasn't that Michael Chisholm? Find the scientist. He can't hide forever. Someone must know where Kate stashed him. Keep the... Oh wait, no. That was Kate's code name. Keep the bombs mobile. Do not store in a single location. Whoops.
Ewan.
this?
He's the one who lured me in.
Well, obviously. Security detail, hanging back too far. Need backup. If operation goes sideways, go to where I stood while in thought and listen. These last two lines are a code, but I have no idea more is. No use. True girl might know. You know what? Let's go ahead and look at
Ewan's been
this.
planning the attack from here.
We have prepared a space for you. You visit the train station to begin your journey with the formula. The day will soon come. Without the wait will be long. The skip tracer will watch the girl. We will encourage her to contact the scientist. The formula has dropped dead. You stand alone in failure. You will stand with us in victory. It has come to our attention that you wish to remain anonymous in your dealing with us. Sean Kent Davis. We have always known who you are. Oh. Your attempt to hide yourself from us is a grave concern. So his real name is Sean Kent Davis. I never knew that. I never paid attention to that message. Interesting. You do not need to reassure us. You will be disciplined, if that is what's called for. The spy at your door knows more than you do. Fix that. The spy and the girl are alive. Move now if you want to keep our attention. You will be captured or killed. Our attention is now elsewhere. Oh snap! Ewan, you have not been granted permission to change security levels at the hotel hub. Our security team has returned the site to its proper state. You will not enact changes yourself again. You won't catch me. Alright, and I am writing that down because I know I will forget. 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. Got it. Okay. And what is this? Nancy, I know you're upset with me for leaving, and you should be. This is a letter from her mom! Our mom! I shouldn't have come here. I see that now. I don't know if I'm going to make it back home. I don't even know if this letter will ever reach you. If the world is good, and I do believe that it is, then I will see you again, for I had hoped to have a lifetime to teach you everything you need to know. I wish I had a lifetime for you to teach me everything I need to know. I'll do my best in the short time I have left. I am imperfect. I am flawed, but my love for you is not. The same can be said of your father. You aren't perfect either. I see you trying to be perfect, but you don't need to be. You just need to find life that fills you with energy and purpose. Be fair and truthful, and take care of those who need you. The rest, well, that's the living. I want to throw everything at the wall right now, every bit of motherly advice. School, boys, college, career, travel, marriage, but my mind keeps returning to something small. The memory won't get out of the way of the advice, so maybe it's more important. Dad and I dropped you off to your very first day of school. You were wearing that shirt with the horses on it, the really ugly one. It was the first thing you picked out for yourself, and you were so proud of it. As you ran to beat the first bell, Dad made us late, doubt that will ever change. And I remember asking your father, do you think she's ready? He was too nervous to even guess. It's funny what makes you worry. That's not the story. The story starts later that night. You had locked yourself in your room after school. Your dad couldn't lure you out, and it took a lot of pushing to let me in. It took even longer to get the story out of you. If you don't remember, your classmates had made fun of your shirt, and you had cried. You were hiding because you thought your dad and I would be upset that you had cried. You felt you had let us down. First, there's nothing you could do to let us down. Don't ever forget that. We will be proud of you long after we're gone. Long after you're gone too. That's just how it is. But here's why I bring this up again. The next day you went back in and you wore that shirt again. And the next day, for the next few weeks, it took a crowbar to get that thing away from you long enough to get it washed. Each time you'd wear the shirt, the same kids would make fun of you, and each day you'd come home looking just about as despondent as can be. I remember I asked you why you kept wearing the shirts, and you told me very seriously, I want people to like me. My first thought was, okay, great, let's go burn that shirt. But then I understood what you really meant. You wanted people to like you. Even then, you knew that you had to be yourself. Even when it's the most difficult thing you could possibly be. It would have been easier to hide who you were, but you wouldn't even consider doing that. You wanted people to like you, the real you. The Nancy I know who is brilliant, kind, strong, a little bit of a dork, hey, takes one to know one, and determined to live her life like it's an adventure. I think of that often because that day is when I knew you were going to be okay, no matter what life threw your way. I was hoping to have this conversation when you were older, a phrase which I know always upsets you, but you do deserve an explanation. Please know this, I had a chance to save the lives of a lot of good people. Sometimes, as a parent, the best way to show your love is by doing everything in your power to make the world a better place. Sometimes the best option is to stay home, ignore the world, and make your home a better place. I wish there was a way to do both, because that's what you deserve. One day, you will find yourself facing a similar choice. If I'm not there to help you decide, think about that little girl in the ugly horse shirt. Sorry, kiddo, that thing was grim. She knows what to do. Trust me, she's who I think of whenever I need help myself. The girl might know these codes. Okay. More than anything, I want to make it home to see you grow up. I love you today and always, and even when I'm gone. Be good. Be a little bad. Be who you are. Love, Mom. P.S. Tell your father if he wants to hear what I have to say to him, he should look up the word apology in the dictionary. Then make sure he does that, because that's where I've hidden a letter for him. Try to let him figure that out. It's better that way. P.P.S. Postscript. I've left more than a few things behind for you, but I'll never tell you where. Look and you'll find them. P.P.P.S. I'm not talking about my work papers. Your father will lock those up if anything happens to me. Colony is my fight, and you don't need to pick it up just because you're my daughter. You'll find your own adventures. Does this lead to the scientist? Boy, oh boy. Nancy is her mom's daughter. Jeez. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's confront Ewan. As the task list says. Hi.
I found a secret room at the train station with everything you would need to stage the attack.
This all points to Ewan.
Spoiler alert, but yeah, you're right.
We need to assume he's ready to go.
Yep.
Can you handle him?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Good. Give me the glasses. I'll set these up so we can keep in touch. I'm gonna put a team together to scour the city for bombs. You find a way to neutralize him.
Got it.
Here.
Ooh.
I'll take care of it.
No, we will. Oi.
Nancy,
Read you loud and clear, Zoe.
as much as I hate to say this, we can't do this alone. I'm looping in Moira and Alec.
Nancy, you on?
Is he helping? You can't seriously trust him. One thing at a time.
How many bombs do you think Ewan was able to make?
I have intel that says his team was able to produce enough of the agent for 4 bombs.
What's my next move?
Smart money says if we disarm one bomb, the others will go. No one touch anything until we found all 4. Nancy, get in there and take Ewan out.
I'm on it.
Yeah, well.
Aha! Cannot say I blame him for adding a password.
Right. And we already know it's good.
I bet this is a surefire way to get Ewan's attention.
Oh, well, duh.
Stop messing with that!
Frick!
Stop messing with that!
I always forget, like,
This is a surefire
how far I
way
need to
get
go.
Ewan's attention. Time to make sure Ewan can't escape.
It's B3. I always forget that it's B3.
This won't stop me, you know. I've already won.
Why would you do this?
Because I can.
You used my mom to lure me here so you could get some stupid formula.
You're just figuring that out now, are you?
We're going to stop you.
Nancy, we need to shut down all of the remote bombs. The bombs scattered throughout the city are linked back to the servers.
Yes, we know this.
Take them offline in a specific order. Okay? First, you need to gather all of the correct USB drives from the servers around the room. First thing, find the red drive from the Forbes server.
Forbes server. Which one's Forbes? Okay. I don't even know if I'm saying Tartan's right. So, 1 square. 1 plaid square.
Here's the next step. The green drive from the Cameron server.
Cameron. Okay. No. Wait, is that it? No.
Next, you need the blue drive from the Hay server.
Hey, sir. How does she know these things? Okay, so it's the white one. No. No. Is that it? Yeah.
Good. Now get the yellow drive from the Murray server.
Alright, so which one's Murray? With the thick blue line in the middle.
Nope, that's not the one.
No.
That's not the one I need.
No.
Last, get the purple drive from the Douglas server.
Douglas. That's the gray one. I think that one was over here. No, it was over here.
Here's the next step. Go to the main computer in the server area. You should see a lot of USB ports. Here's the next step. Some
Oh,
of the
this
ports are
thing.
going to be linked. Look at the board. Do you see any lines connecting them?
Yes?
Think of those as groups. You'll place all of the drives onto the board, but there can be no repeating color in any group, column, or row. You're going to need to move faster.
You just finished telling me the rules. Zip it. Alright. I guess this is where I'm gonna start. This will be here. Blue, red, yellow, green. Oh, blue. We're missing red. There we go. We are missing purple. Booyah. And bam! Yes!
I did it!
First try!
Yes, you did it.
Yeah, you won. I'm foiled, etc. Wait a second. I just remembered. I've got another.
Not surprised.
There she is.
I found the last bomb. It's in here with me.
What you're looking at is a biological bomb.
Is the placement important?
Heck,
Extremely.
yes.
The blocks must be removed in the following sequence. Small, small, medium, large. Consecutive blocks in a sequence must be touching each other along an edge. You have to press them in. Hurry! I'm losing you. You're on your own in there, but you can do this.
Yikes. Okay, so there is actually an an achievement with this one. Oh. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Okay. Oh, that did not help me. Actually, wait, yeah, it did. Oh, shoot, I messed that up! And there it goes. Yeah, say bye-bye, Nancy Drew. Fatal error. I am erasing that from existence. Okay, so there is an achievement that you can get for... There is a way of getting the... Ah, frick, I messed that up. There we go. Okay, so the achievement is to get everything done on Amateur Detective in 1:30. On Master Detective, it's a minute. Okay, so 6 has to be this. Oh, I messed that up. So is that, if that's 6 and that is 8 and that is 7, that is 3. How the heck am I supposed to get 4? Alright. This is frustrating. Oh, then that will leave this. I'm going. Oh my gosh! 1 second left! Please tell me, did that give me the achievement?
Whoa, that was too close. I defused the bomb.
You did good. I'm off to help Alec find his sister. P.S. Bridget says, "Oh, hello, my dear." I'll miss her. She was fun.
Dear Mom, my trip to Scotland was eventful, to say the least. I'm not entirely sure I should have come, but in some ways, things worked out better than expected.
Yep.
The colony operation has been stopped again. Zoe told me that all information related to the colony formula has been destroyed for good.
Good.
Ewan is gone. He was taken into custody, and I can honestly say I have no more information. It seems like he was just a guy who felt small, who was tricked into doing the bidding of strangers who made him feel important. He never had the tools he needed. That's why he had to lure me in. I'll give him this. He knew how to get my attention. Revenant is still out there, but for now, they're on the run. I don't think that's my fight anyway, at least not for a while. I think Zoe will be able to manage without me. Speaking of, last I heard Zoe was working with Alec to track down his sister. With those two working together, it's only a matter of time before she's brought home safely.
Yep.
It seems that's just the next step in Zoe's mission to expose and bring down Revenant. She has a huge task in front of her.
Oh yeah.
From what I've seen of Zoe's work, Revenant's got plenty to worry about. Alex's brush with Revenant has pushed him to set aside his work as a skip tracer. In the course of tracking down his sister, he made some connections with Cathedral, and not surprisingly, the rest of that is classified. Moira seemed happy to see me, and to her credit, I really believe she wants to make up for her betrayal of your trust. It's strange. I expected to be angry with Moira, but I'm not. I know her motivations were good, even though her actions weren't. And I see how much she misses you. I think I should keep in touch with her. I think that's what you would do. And I guess the last part of the trip is you. I found the letter you wrote all those years ago. I don't know what else to say. I think I was so desperate to solve the mystery of your accident that I forgot I already knew what mattered. I knew who you were. I've known that my whole life. I see you when I look in the mirror, and at Dad, and at everything you loved, and I hear your song whenever the world is quiet enough. I'm headed home to see Dad and everyone else. I'll write you again, and I will find the rest of those letters, even if it takes a lifetime. Love, Nancy.
I wonder if she finds one in Salem. What type of food is Cullen skink? Oh, geez, I don't remember. It's probably a meat pastry. Nope. I did not get the bomb expert. Dang it. I got the spoiler-free achievements! Yes! Oh my gosh! I was so worried about that. Jeez. Okay. But I did not get the bomb expert achievement. That's a bummer. But I will play this game again on my own time, obviously, to get the remaining achievements. Some of you know that I am a freaking achievement hunter. Well, I do believe that is it. Up next, the teaser for the next game.
Operation Surprise George with ice cream is a go. Get her to scoop in time to see the winners announced. You guys are so going to win. George is really excited about this, so I wrote a plan for how to cheer her up if you guys aren't selected to be on the show on the other side of this note. Oh, Bess.
Everyone, quiet! Stop talking! I'm serious! Everyone be quiet!
You're the only one talking.
Okay, that's fair.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Each episode, a new team has been announced to take part in next season's New Zealand adventure. And tonight, we've narrowed it down to 2. Will it be last season's fan favorites? Or newcomers Nancy Drew and Greg Fain?
Sorry, George. Don't give me that look.
2 plane tickets are in the mail heading for Greg and Nancy. Good luck, you two. You're gonna need it. Here's a peek at the dangers you'll be facing on your trek through New Zealand. Sheep. Adorable birds. Film scouting crews. Different sheep. Oh, right. And active volcanoes, decaying rope bridges, avalanches, deadly storms, cave collapses, treacherous competitors, and, of course, more sheep. Get ready, Nancy and Greg, for the biggest adventure of your lives on Pacific Run, New Zealand.
Alien ship! Alien ship! Sonny
Let's
June!
hear it for Nancy and Greg.
Greg. she said it.
And also me, because I'm coming along too.
Well, obviously.
Hooray for Bess.
Gotta take it, Bess. I love her. Normally I don't speak in trailers, but this one's too good. Oh my gosh. I so love Shattered Medallion, even though a lot of the puzzles are super hard. Oh.
You sound good.
You're being far too nice.
Well, let me be nice now and again.
Fair enough. Sit. Pull up a bench.
It's nice hearing someone play the piano again.
Your mom said that the best gift you could ever give a child is a house full of music.
I like that.
You know, she was not a natural musician. I was there when she started playing.
Really?
Oh, just terrible.
I just assumed she was a natural.
No, I mean, you remember her singing voice.
Remember it? I inherited it.
When she would sing the national anthem,
I remember.
just the sea of heads would turn back with this look like, who is this person and why does she hate music?
I always tried to hide.
Yeah, until you realized you were just as bad.
Worse.
But she owned it. Like you. She was always just happy to be who she was. I'm glad you got that from her.
I still miss her.
Me too. I'm sorry it took you running off to Scotland to talk about this stuff. Hannah stepped in and you kept marching on, and I didn't want to interrupt.
I felt the same way about you.
You know, by avoiding talking about the painful stuff, we didn't talk about the good stuff either. I think it's time.
I agree.
What's your favorite memory? A favorite. Doesn't have to be the favorite.
I loved it when we'd go up north in the fall.
For the donuts.
They were so good. We should go again.
Agreed.
What was yours?
Easy. The day I met her.
Yeah? I don't know that story.
Well, sit tight. It takes about 9 seasons to tell it correctly.
Yeah, the beautiful art. Beautiful artwork that Her Interactive does. I have no idea if they're going to do that for Midnight in Salem. And I know I keep talking about Midnight in Salem as well. Dude, Ewan! Gross! Oh, dude, I love that. That's beautiful. Badass Zoe. Ow! I'm surprised they didn't let her dress up as Samantha Quick. That would have been awesome. Spies, assemble! Oh, bloopers! Ewan.
Yeah, busted.
Nessie!
No.
Benny!
Isn't anyone curious about my life? No backstory for me?
I forgot to say goodbye to Benny.
No character development? Fine, I'll just hang out here.
Goodbye, Lonnie. I know that was Lonnie voicing the freaking... Too good. Alright, well, that is it, everyone. We are actually done with Silent Spy. This is actually going to be a super long video to work on post-production. Yikes. But we are officially done, and I no longer need this paper. You hear that crumbling? You hear that crumbling? Ah! Those are the notes that I've written down for this game. So, I never told you in the previous video, and I'm going to bring up now, that the Silent Spy is based off a book. All the Nancy Drew games are based off books from the book series Nancy Drew. I highly advise you check out the book series. The original series started in the 1930s. Good luck on finding the actual original books. They cost super expensive, I would imagine. Also, they're pretty hard to find. Originally, the company was Grosset and Dunlap, but now the company that makes Nancy Drew books is Simon & Schuster. And you should know that because the ending credits of the Nancy Drew games mention Simon & Schuster. So, the Silent Spy is based off of The Clue of the Whistling Bagpipes. And I must admit that The Clue of the Whistling Bagpipes has a completely different plot. It has nothing to do with her mom, but it has something to do with her great-grandma. She's actually supposed to be inheriting this brooch, but her great-grandma can't find it anywhere. Throughout the book, she's trying to find out what happened to that brooch. Meanwhile, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on in Scotland. Yeah, she actually travels to Scotland with her dad, along with Bess and George. They just go on this long adventure of like trying to find the brooch, not to mention a couple of other things that's going on in Scotland. And meanwhile, Nancy is actually taking lessons on how to play the bagpipe, and as it turns out, the bagpipe was important to the plot, was important to the story. She actually ended up having to play it in order to, well, I'm not going to spoil it. but I highly advise you read that book. There are situations and scenarios, though, in that book that are seriously scary. And I'm not saying it is because of Nancy's perspective, like the actual detective perspective, but I just mean like on a personal level, like first person perspective, narrative level. It is scary, and that kind of stuff can happen and will happen. It happens probably on a daily basis around the world. It is scary as heck. It's weird because when I mentioned this earlier in the game, in the playlist, I'm like, I'm fortunate that her Interactive didn't put this in the game, but they kind of did. Like the kidnapping, it kind of is in the game because Alex's sister was kidnapped. There was a shooting, but in the game, the shooting was fake. Actually, I'm not sure if there was a shooting in the book, but it's been a while since I've read it. Anyway, it's insane, and I need to reread the book. In fact, I think my borrow time on the book is probably over on the website that I have it on. There actually is a website that I found this month, actually, that you can go to. It's archive.org. At least that's what I thought. I think it's also called openlibrary.org, either one. It is basically like the Library of Congress here in America. It has every single book that I'm aware of. There's also audio stuff on there and videos and stuff. Like, I looked up Nancy Drew in their database, and there is so much stuff that I was not aware of. Like, there's already a cookbook, and I'm like, oh, I should let them know about this. I haven't brought it up to the group that I'm in on Facebook. They seriously need to know. I did bring it up to the admin, and she's like, this is gold! Thank you so much! Actually, no, I do remember how I found it. I was trying to find an actual copy of The Clue of the Whistling Bagpipes so that I could read it myself, at least a free copy of it. And I'm like, okay, I'm just like searching constantly through Google, like, how can I find the free copy? How can I get this? And lo and behold, I found archive.org, and I'm like, hallelujah! Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I've been talking long enough. I should probably get going, because this will be adding more time to post-production. I will talk to you all in the next video, which will be Nancy Drew with the Shattered Medallion. And you will find out why I love the Shattered Medallion so much. And on that note, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button to make it that beautiful gray, as well as the bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays, rarely Fridays. And I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit's Fun World, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! SONNY. Why? Because it's sunny June. I'm going nuts here.